everyone, welcome back. My name is Mandy. I'm a full-time reseller, and today is my what sold video. So today I'm going to go over all my numbers, all the platform fees, the shipping costs, all of that good stuff, and then I let you know what I'm going to take home for the week. If you are new to my channel, I do this video every Wednesday. I also do unboxings, come thrift with me's, different types of things like that. This Friday's video I think is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to tackle my pile of clothing that I've kind of set off to the side that all of them have something wrong with them. They might have stains, some sort of thing like a button or something needs to be re-sewn. So I thought I would just bring you along with doing that and kind of show you how I mend clothing, how I get stains out, or at least try to get stains out. If any of that sounds interesting to you and you haven't yet subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I would love to have you on the channel. This week is for March 3rd through the 10th. It was like a very tiny bit better than last week. I think like $6 more in sales and close to like $100 more in gross sales than the week previous to that. So things, I guess, are going up very slowly, unfortunately. I talked about live sales last week. I did end up just doing a live sale. There were 0 sales that came from that. I wrote down my stats. It was a very quick show. 22 minutes. I had a total of 28 viewers within that time. I asked multiple times if there were any size requests for me to run, and there was 0 communication. So when that kind of happens, I just kind of throw in the towel once I get through my rack, just because I just feel like my time is not really being productive if I am talking essentially to no one because no one is talking back to me and no one seems very interested in what I'm selling. So I always cut those shows a little bit short and then just focus on something else that would be more productive with my time. So if you see right behind me here, this is the rack that I did have in my live show. It was plus size. I do extra large and over. Some of these have been in a couple now, so I think what I'm going to do is pull everything on here, list some of it. I do actually have, I think, at least one item in here that came from a purchase I made just for live selling. It didn't sell in a couple shows, so I listed it and it sold for $28. So I don't know. I still don't know what to do with that. Do I keep doing these live shows that are just not producing any income for me, or should I just like nix it? I'm not sure. What I think I will do, my next category that I have been buying for is like a Disney, Marvel, DC. I think those are different than Marvel. Just superheroes in general, I guess. Like graphic t-shirt show. I might try that on Whatnot just because I think the audience maybe is a little bit better there than Poshmark. So we'll see how that goes. I have a couple shirts. I'm still looking for more when I go to the bins. My goal for this Friday, I normally kind of keep Fridays low key because I work essentially like Sunday through Thursday, I would say. I do a lot of work on the weekends. And Friday, I'm going to kind of just concentrate on looking at my listings and just really, drilling down on what is not selling and why. So if that means I need to take new pictures, I need to use better keywords. A channel that I watch frequently is Gloria from Via Glow. I'll put her information here. I think she is a great person to watch if you are into selling women's clothing. She's a bins girl, so she gets a lot of her inventory from there. She's been killing it. Like I'm watching her sales and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I watch her videos and I see her sales and I'm just like, I am not performing to where she is. I know she is really ramping up her inventory count. So I know she's listing a lot, but definitely check her out. I think she is a wealth of knowledge if you are into selling. I think predominantly she sells women's clothes, some men's and children, but definitely check out her channel. She's trying to grow. So I always want to help out my fellow YouTubers in whatever way that I can. Okay, so enough of me talking. I will flip you around and now we'll take a look at my listings. This is for March 3rd through the 10th on Mercari. A little bit less in the amount of sales, but still up there. Last week, let's see where we were at. Actually, a little bit higher than last week. 4 items sold. I did have a pretty big sale there. And my average sale price was $35.86. Total profit $122.08 on Mercari. Poshmark, 12 items sold. I mean, this is still shocking to me, but I don't know what's going on there. Gross sales, $344. Gross profit was $284.10 and $28.67 for my average sale price. eBay, 7 items. I believe that's what I had last week. 217.82. Shipping costs 47.18. Fees 30.72, and that left me with 139.92. Average sale price 31.12. Live sales still grayed out because let's see. So last week I didn't do any. This week I did one and nothing happened. So gross sales for the week 705.32. Total fees and shipping 159.22. My average cost of goods is around $3, so that was $69. So my total profit for this week is $477.10. My average sale price was $30.67 for 23 items sold. So when I say that I'm not happy with the results that I'm getting right now, I don't in any way want to be putting anybody down if theirs are lower than mine. My expectations are just higher with the amount of inventory that I have, the amount of time that I've been doing this, and the fact that this is, my full-time job, that I am just kind of being a little bit hard on myself and thinking that essentially I need to put in more work, I think is what needs to happen. And I need to just be a little bit more realistic on what I'm buying and what my prices are. I think that's another issue that I have. I'm kind of still stuck in like the 2020 era when you could have things a little bit higher. People had a little bit more disposable income. People were just buying things to buy things, I think, because the world was essentially, closed down and there wasn't really much else you could do. So, and please don't take any offense by me saying that I'm not happy with this number. Starting on Poshmark, this is actually the sale I was talking about earlier. This was in a live show, I think twice. I probably had the starting bid at like $6. Nobody wanted it. I listed it, and I think this sold in like 2 weeks for $28, my full asking price. And this came from the bins. Cut from the cloth. I don't know what's going on with this brand, but I have been selling it like crazy the last 2 weeks. I think I have two. I don't remember if it was one or two this week. I just sold a pair of shorts and a jean jacket yesterday and today from this brand. So I don't know if there's like a resurgence in it or what's going on. These went for an offer of 25. They were a boyfriend style and plus size. 10,000. I had never heard of this brand before. It was in the women's section, but it's actually a men's shirt. It is a rash guard. When I first felt it, I thought maybe it was going to be Lululemon. Like that's the quality that it felt like. So I picked it up, didn't know much about it. I think I had it listed originally for 25, and someone sent me an offer of 20. Notations, I've had this for quite a while. This is kind of an older brand. Picked this one up based on style. It kind of had a silky feel to it, all over print, a little bit of a ruffle detail at the hem, and this went for an offer of 20. Jesse James, he is like a mechanic for motorcycles, maybe I think he is, and has like his own bourbon or whiskey. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of the right person. Anyway, I didn't know he made clothing. This was picked up based on style. It came from the bins. It was stained and more of like that durable Carhartt feel. So I thought someone might want them either to look that way or if they are doing something um, where they're working and they don't really care if their pants are dirty because they're going to get dirty anyways. So that's why I picked these up. I think these went for an offer of 14. I probably had them listed only for like 17, and they flipped within a week. These Michael Kors boots came in a thread-up box. I believe the other pair of shoes I sold on Mercari were in that same box, so that box has definitely been paid for. These were the Bryce boot. They were kind of chunky, and someone went back and forth with me on an offer I finally just accepted. For 32, we're getting out of boot season. I do know some people wear combat boots year round, but I just needed to make some space for other shoes. This was a great sale. This came in a full price sale for $75. AG, they're light wash, they're crop, high rise, vintage fit, straight leg. So everything that's currently in right now and a bigger size of 33. This came in a Quick Lots box. I don't remember which one that was. Might have had this for a little while, but that was great to have a $75 sale. These leggings I got from a friend. She was donating a big bag of stuff to Goodwill, and I said that I would take care of it for her if she didn't mind if I looked through it first. And she was all on board. So I only have a couple of her things left. This went for an offer of 10. I had zero cost of goods into it, so I was fine to let that go. These Levi's I actually got at Kohl's. They do like these big clearance events. I think one is going on right now. I've talked about this in the past. Right now, I think it's only 50%. Normally, I think it goes up to like an additional 70% off. That's normally when I go. Make sure to look in like the men's big and tall section, I think it was, where you get some of these kind of obscure sizes, like a 42, 34. You don't see that very often. They're a darker wash. These are the 550s, so it's more of like a relaxed work jean. These went for $25. I think once everything was said and done at Kohl's, I probably only paid like $3 for them. I have had these for over a year. There were other jeans that I got in different sizing that went a little quicker, so this one probably sat just because it is just a little bit different of a size. Arula, I showed this back in, I don't know when that was, a couple weeks ago in a thrift with me. It is a 2X. It has cutouts in the back, and this went for an offer of $25. This is the brand, I think it's Misa, Los Angeles. Just a really sheer, small blouse. This came in a Quick Lots box. I believe this brand is pretty expensive new. I've had it for a while, so I let that go for an offer of 28. This was a super cool jacket. I got this at Goodwill. I think I paid $10. It was on a vintage denim jacket, and I believe that this print belongs on that jacket, not that somebody put it on there. There was a date on the actual thing of 1987 down here, and weirdly enough, I was just at the bins the other day, and I have this exact same shirt in, or I have this exact same print on a t-shirt. So that's kind of weird, but this went for an offer of 42. I know a lot of people don't like selling Target. I don't mind doing it if I can find it at the bins. I always look for like these jogger type pants, leggings, and then I look for similar sizes. I bring them home. I have a little bin that has all the things that I've collected. Once I get enough of them, I'll put them in lots. People, like Target brand workout wear or lounge wear, but it is fairly expensive. I went there not that long ago to get my sister a pair of just like black jogger pants for her birthday. They were $40. I could not believe that they were $40 at Target. So once I found that out, I have been starting to look for these. I lot them up. They don't go for a whole lot, but $18, I probably paid like maybe $3 at the bins. And they sell fairly quickly. This vintage pumpkin you saw in one of my last videos, I picked this up at Goodwill, probably only paid $4.99 for it. This was the other pair of shoes that came in that thredUP box, Birkenstock sandals. These were in excellent condition, and it did go for a full price of $85. There was someone that just kept lowballing me. That was another thing that I experienced this week were a lot of lowball offers, and I'm not talking like 30% off. It'd be if something was like they would bundle some things together, let's just say it was $70, and then they were offering me like 28. So that's just kind of what was happening this week. But I was super excited when someone came and just bought them outright when I was going back and forth with this other person. So that was a pretty cool sale. Levi's, I always pick up the Bermuda length plus size shorts at Goodwill if I can find them. New with tags, I find them quite frequently. These went for an offer of $14.25. I probably paid $2, and they normally sell pretty quickly. Club Monaco, this came in my Help See Source box that I did, that might have been like a month ago now. These were super tiny, like short and in the waist, I think only a size small. These went for an offer of 21 on eBay. The Beatles, this was actually my boyfriend's shirt. He got it for Christmas. He didn't want it. So I threw it up on eBay. It went for an offer of 10. I normally don't sell things for that cheap, but there was zero cost of goods to that. Tommy Bahama slip-on moccasin boat shoes. These went for an offer of 28. I've had these for about a year. I maybe could have got more, but like I said, I'm trying to move out shoes. Time and True, another swimsuit from my swimsuit bail, so that's exciting. This one went for an offer of $9, but they did pay shipping. This is the brand Day Trip from the store Buckle. I don't always pick up stuff from that brand or that store. This had a little bit going for it. It was in a bigger size. It was a tie kimono. The mixed print kind of patchwork look is pretty popular right now, so that's why I picked it up. It was at the bins. It weighed probably, I don't know, 8 ounces, and that went for an offer of $19.99. These I picked up at Savers not too long ago. I was tempted to save these for myself, but I ended up selling them anyway. They were from Fashion Bug, actually, and these went for full price of 38. And then the last sale was Scotch and Soda. I don't do great with this brand. It could just be that I'm picking up the wrong pieces. I've had this for quite a while, but I did get it really cheap at like a thrift store in town. This went for an offer of $25.99. So like I said, this week is better than it has been, not where I want to be. I'm still kind of thinking, do I want to like revamp what I'm selling? I have noticed that like the more obscure things that I'm listing on eBay, like the cassette tapes, just like different hard good things, those sell almost immediately. And then the clothing that I'm listing, you know, some of it obviously sells right away, but not all of it. And I think that has to do with it just being so oversaturated and there's just so much of that. So I think that's something else I'm going to really be taking into consideration here is really familiarizing myself with categories that I don't normally sell. I've said this in the past, but I'm really going to like focus in on YouTube channels that sell things that I know I can find in my thrift store that I just don't really look at. One of those being like power cords. You can normally find those for super cheap. I don't know much about it. I know that certain laptop power cords or certain power cords for like gaming devices can go for quite a bit. So that's something I'm going to look into. Probably like cooking ware, like pots and pans. I know nothing about that. Like I will tell you, the set we have upstairs is from Pioneer Woman from Walmart. So, you know, when it comes to that, I know nothing. So that I'm going to look into and then just see what else I can find because I really think if I'm going to continue to grow and continue to do this full time, I really want to expand what I'm selling. So let me know in the comments below how have your sales been going now that we're getting closer to spring and spring break. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.